If you're anything like me, then you're probably already asking yourself, are freeze-dried meals any good? I know it can be difficult to find good ones, and so my goal in this video is to find out if the beef lasagna from Mountain House actually is any good. Because some of them can be kind of crappy, okay? And so what we're gonna do, I'm just gonna walk you through what we're gonna do here and how I'm gonna go through this review so you have an understanding of what it all means, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take you through a scoring system. It's gonna be 1 through 5. 1 being terrible, 2 being only if I'm desperate would I eat it, 3 is I'll deal with it, 4 is mostly fine, and 5, it's just like a regular meal. We'll see if this one's just like a regular meal. I suspect it will not be, but we will find out, okay? But that's the scoring system, okay? So now, that being said, let's talk about some basic information. So, price-wise, okay? This one I bought for $11.99. I think that this is right around $10. You know, I think it ranges probably from like $9.99 up to probably $12.99, depending on where you buy it from. Where I bought it from, it was $11.99, okay? So it's gonna be right in the slot. Not too big of a difference, probably anywhere that you go. This one has 22 grams of protein. I did not buy it for the protein. I do not look at the protein. Hikers that find this video would probably wanna see the protein. So this one has 22 grams of protein. Technically, it has 2 servings. If you ever look at the Mountain House, okay, and I don't know if you can see this, so hopefully it's focusing, but it shows 2 for servings. It's up in the upper right-hand corner when you're looking at the bag, okay? And beyond that, the expiration date, that's another one that a lot of people look at. And for me, the reason I bought this was for prepping, is for long-term storage so that I can put it in a go bag or on my shelf in the case that there's an emergency. So long story short, this one is good until 2054. And I think that Mountain House says that they're good for 25 years. And so, you know, that is right in the slot for that as well, okay? And so that covers it as far as, oh, you know what? Actually, calories. Don't let me forget calories. Per container, we are looking at 440 calories per container, and per serving, we're looking at, I think, 220, okay? So, you know, it's got high calories. Sodium, I know some people are concerned about. Per serving, we're looking at 590 milligrams, which is 26% of your daily value. And per container, it is 1,180, which sounds like a big number, but it is only 51% of your daily total value. Okay, so that's that. We'll move on to the next section where we actually cook it and we test it and we go from there. I probably won't include you on the cooking part too much other than putting the water into it. I'm not going to show you boiling the water. You know how to boil water, okay? If you're on the trail, you're going to boil it with whatever system you've got. If you're at home, you're going to use a teapot. So next up, let's cook it. Okay, so now, first thing you do before you pour the water in, we got our hot water, but before you pour it in, remove the silica packet, the dry packet. Obviously, you don't want to eat that. Seems self-explanatory, but if you're in a hurry, you just want to make sure that you do that. It says it in the directions, so that's that. Okay, so you got your hot water. Initial smell test smells pretty good, but that doesn't matter. Only thing that matters is the taste and the experience. Okay, so got the hot water. You don't want to wait too long. It's a cup and a half. So you pour that in. Right into the bag. Okay, hot water in, and you stir thoroughly, okay? I will say, at this step so far, it is a roomy enough bag. It's not hard to stir. I could see that being an important factor if you're on the trail especially. But even if you're at home doing it like this, if it's not convenient to stir, that would be a deal breaker for me. This one, not too bad. Okay. Stirred. Now, it says to reseal and to wait 5 minutes. You can see the directions here. That's what we will do. Okay, it's been 5 minutes, so now the next step is to stir again. So we're gonna open it up, stir it again thoroughly. Definitely don't want to wait too long, but make sure you're stirring it thoroughly. I think that is probably a key part in this whole process. Okay, stirred again, and then it says to seal again and wait 4 minutes. Okay, it's been 4 minutes, so now we're gonna try the meal. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna put mine in a bowl so that I can show you what it looks like a little bit better. But a lot of people I know are just eating them out of the bag, which you can do if you'd like. Okay. Dumps out nice and easy, as you saw. All right, so this is your visual. No idea if that focused. Hopefully it did for you. Okay, so now to recap, this is the scoring system, just in case you're just getting to this part of the video and maybe you skipped the first half, okay? So again, 1 is gonna be terrible. 2 is gonna be, I'll only eat this if I'm desperate. 3 is, I'll deal with it. 4 is mostly fine. And then 5 is, it's like a regular meal, okay? So the first thing though that I'm gonna rate on this is how easy it was to make and if it rehydrated, okay? So just doing a quick stab test. Noodles seem mostly rehydrated. Some harder than others, nothing wild. Certainly no cracks and crunches from the noodles, okay? Okay. Here we go. Let's taste a couple noodles here. Get noodles from a different section, see. Okay. Regarding how easy it was to prepare and the hydration of the noodles, or the rehydration of the noodles, I'd give this a 5 in terms of it's just like a regular meal. So the noodles in this, just like a regular meal, 5. It rehydrated fantastically. So, awesome. As far as easy to prep, 5. As easy as it gets. As long as you have a way to boil water, this whole setup is excellent, okay? So that's preparation and rehydration. Next is the taste good? And honestly, yeah, it is. It does not taste like chemicals at all. What I would say that this tastes a lot like is canned, like SpaghettiOs or any canned noodles that you'll get. Very similar to that. And there's even big chunks of tomato, okay? Visually, you know, it's kind of, it ain't the prettiest meal. But I'll say that it tastes a lot like canned pasta, okay? Considering what it is, I'd give this a 5. The meat has a texture that's similar to ground beef in a pasta dish. I don't notice a difference in the meat at all. That is the same. The meat might be a little bland, but I could eat this on any regular meal and feel like the flavor is good, okay? So taste, 5. Texture, 5. Okay? those are the two big ones. You know, as far as the nutritional content, we talked about it a little bit earlier. You know, it's got 50% of your sodium intake when you eat the whole container. It says it's 2 servings. I'm going to eat the whole thing. I suspect that most people are going to eat the whole thing. Unless you're really desperate. Now, if you're prepping, you may, to cut down on weight, split this into 2 servings. In fact, I would recommend it because in most scenarios, you're not going to need to have, you know, large meals in an emergency situation. So for prepping, probably count on splitting this with another person, maybe you and a child. Okay, so for backpacking, probably going to eat the whole thing. Nutritionally, though, as we were talking about, not bad for you. It's not super high in sodium. It's only 50% of your intake. Probably most of the other items that you have, if you're backpacking, are going to be pretty low calorie and, well, that's not true. They'd be high calorie, but they are going to be healthy options is what I'm getting to. So I wouldn't worry about the sodium content too much. Other than that, everything else, pretty good. Obviously a bunch of chemicals that I don't recognize in here, but you're not going to get something that lasts 25 years that has, you know, just regular ingredients, right? So as far as the nutritional content, I'd give it a 5. Okay? The practicality of this for every day, I mean, I'm not going to buy this to replace my meals, right? Is it potentially more practical for that? Yes. But if you eat 3 of these a day, then now you're over your sodium intake, your recommended sodium intake. So not practical in that sense, okay? But for emergency scenarios, for preppers that are watching the video, and for hikers, this is a 5 in terms of practicality, okay? So overall, the beef lasagna from Mountain House, it's a 5. I would say that if you're thinking about getting this, buy it. If you like lasagna, which it's not layered like lasagna, but if you like lasagna, buy it. This is going to be a great noodle meal that's going to surprise you. So outside of that, I'd say go get you one, try it out, see if you like it. I think you will.